All right, I want to show you my diet that I'm using for my upcoming contest prep. Show you how I set it up and the food amounts that I'm using. So we'll just get right into it. So I'm starting off with the bulking diet that I was doing before the cut, and then I'll show you the actual cut, so how things change. So this is the training day diet. So you'll see pre and post workout meals in here. Won't go too into detail here. It's 6 meals. I calculate at the bottom. So my body weight was 255, and I just calculate the gram per pound of body weight amounts. I really keep an eye on fats. I like to keep that between zero point 0.2 to zero point 0.5 grams per pound of body weight. So I'm on the high end here, but still in range. And so that's the bulk diet. For a training day, this is off days. So it's basically the same, except I pull out the post-workout meals and those get replaced by a whole food meal. And you'll see I have salmon in here. I do salmon once or twice a week. And when I'm not doing salmon, that'll be replaced by ground meat. And you'll see a lot of ground beef and rice, blueberries. I have it written down as they're all the same for every meal. I allow substitutions of types. So I can I do 96.4 ground beef, which is super lean. So I can replace that with chicken breast or pork loin, whitefish. I can replace rice with sweet potatoes and blueberries. I pretty much treat all fruits as interchangeable. Same with nuts. Outside of peanuts, pretty much any nut is going to be close to the same macronutrient amounts. So this is the bulking diet. So about 4,000 calories on off day, 4,300 on a training day. So right around 4,200 calories a day to bulk. So I'll switch over to the cut diet here. And so starting off here, training day, this is 2,800, off day is 2,600. So 2,700-ish calories. So switching from a bulk to a cut, it's quite a drop, 1,500 calories a day. And I did not just slam on the brakes all at once. This transition took me maybe 6, 8 weeks to go from the bulking to cutting. So it was just kind of cleaning things up early. You can see my other video on substitutions you can make early on when you're switching into a cut. So I did things like that, and then just slowly dropping food amounts until you get to where we see here. The main difference in this diet is in the bulking diet, I had an extra meal, basically breakfast, which is cream of rice and whey and fruit. That's pulled out in the cut diet. So the first meal is now my pre-workout meal. And then outside of that, food amounts have dropped. We're down to 250 grams of rice, 225 grams of meat. Amounts are just lower across the board, but it's the same food pretty much the whole way. So this is the training day, off day, 4 meals, the same thing. Pulled out that first meal and dropped food amounts. So this is where we're at. This is the first version of the cut diet. As this has got me losing weight at about 2 to 3 pounds a week right now. And at some point that's going to slow down, and we're going to need to drop food at some point here. So I'll come back with an update on when that happens, what changes I needed to make. So stay tuned for that, and we'll check you out on the next video.